I'm sitting in the railway station, got a ticket for my destination. On a tour of one-night stands, my suitcase and guitar in hand, and every stop is neatly planned for a poet and a one-man band.
Welcome to Cadeau and Janko Wednesdays at Lunch
Burger Edition.
This week, Matthew and I went to Buba's.
Bubba Gumps.
No, just Buba's.
Oh, okay.
Buba's Lebanese cuisine at the corner of, just past the corner of St. Catherine and St. Mark on St. Catherine.
Yeah, you'll know it because there'll be a huge lineup right beside the place.
Right next door to the next place. It's right next to Kazu, which always has a nice big lineup. And this place is a closet, Buba's. It's basically the restaurant can't hold more than 3 people.
No.
If you have ordered, you're probably just going to wait outside for it.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's going to work in the winter. I don't know. This place is pretty new as far as I know. I had not noticed its existence more than a couple months ago. But mind you, maybe it's because it's basically a closet between other more successful businesses.
Yeah, I think the family that owns it also lives upstairs, and I'm pretty sure I saw them hang their coats just behind the cash.
Oh, okay.
So
well, there you go.
It's very small.
So, Matthew, had you ever heard of Bubba's before today?
Only once when we tried to go to Bubba's.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe a month ago, we tried to go to Bubba's and ordered a couple burgers, but their meat had just come in. It wasn't ready to be cooked and served yet.
Yeah, that's true. I thought it was perfect that their meat had just come in. It's like perfect.
Yeah, as fresh as it gets.
Meat right off the truck.
They're like, no, you can't have that meat. What, you got to put a little salt and pepper in there? That's not the end of the world. I'll wait.
Yeah, just
mash
it up.
They couldn't do it.
No.
Maybe, yeah, it's true. Maybe the meat needs to be ground.
Yeah. Did she try to sell us on something else?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what else is on their menu.
They have other Lebanese food, like other wraps and things. And she was like, oh, we have this, like, roasted chicken thing. And we were like, no.
Save it, lady.
We are here for a burger. We'll see you again sometime.
Yeah.
It's been like a month. She wasn't there. Some young boy was there.
Very young.
How young would you say he was?
15?
I'd maybe give him a little more than that. But
yeah. It's hard to tell. I'm no good at telling ages anymore.
I'm terrible. I've never been good at it.
No.
I never know how old or young someone is. But I can generally guess pretty well when they're like 12 and under. Because there's a size factor that's easier. It's a real clue as to how old they are. How big are they?
But sometimes, especially with ladies, sometimes they're really petite. One time I had to ask someone their age because I didn't know if I can give them like a child's discount.
Mm-hmm.
Child would be 12 and under.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked, how old are you? And they said they were like 33.
Oh my goodness!
I confused a 33-year-old with someone who could have been 8.
Could have been 11. Yeah. Wow,
So
that's incredible.
The worst I've ever gotten.
Wow.
And
so,
also,
maybe you are worse than I am.
Yeah. And when it gets older, when you're in your 70s and hundreds, it's hard.
It all looks the same.
Yeah.
It all looks old.
Yeah. Old is old.
Yeah. So Matthew, we didn't do a podcast last week.
No.
A podcast still came out.
Surprisingly, yes.
Yeah. We had guest hosts who covered for us because we were unavailable. Matthew, why were you unavailable to host your own podcast last week?
I believe they touched on it in the last episode, but I was searching the world for my lost cat.
Okay.
Yeah.
How lost could your cat have been that you need to globetrot?
I only started off in Chattagee because that's where he first got lost.
Sure.
And I always heard a cat will only stray maybe a kilometer away from its home. Mm-hmm. But I'm thinking, it's been gone for 4 days, almost 5 days.
Oh, had it been? I didn't realize
because we went away on a camping trip. Mm-hmm. Left the cat at girlfriend's parents on Thursday.
Okay. And they immediately lost it?
Immediately lost the cat.
Wow.
Because we went camping later that night, and only on Sunday afternoon, when we asked, when can we come pick the cat up, it was like, oh, we lost him on Thursday.
Oh, my God.
It's like, we really hoped we would have found him by now.
Yeah. And then you wouldn't have to know about
we
this.
Never have to know. But now it's all I'm saying is like, well, now we have this cat has a 4-day head start.
That's true.
So that's now 4 kilometers he could have gone, because if he's getting lost, he goes to sleep, wakes up, walks another kilometer in the wrong direction. I've seen Homeward Bound. I know how this works. It's
yeah, but you need to have 2 dogs to help you along if you're a cat and you're going homeward.
Yeah, but like Sassy, short of Chance, I think Sassy had the worst sense of direction.
Was Chance the one with the spot over his eye?
Yeah, that was the Michael
J.
J.
Fox?
Yeah.
I thought he was getting them home. No, it was the golden retriever that was getting them
It was
home.
Shadow. He was the responsible one. But he actually, you know what? When I think back to Homeward Bound, Shadow is the responsible one, but he was the whole reason they got lost in the first place, because he was the one who convinced them that their owners were leaving them. It's like, they're leaving us. They're never coming back. And then they said, we have to go find them. And that's how they traveled through Yellowstone National Park.
Oh, okay.
All because of Shadow's.
But it's because they were moving. Was that it?
They were moving. They were relocating. But during the move, they wanted to keep the animals at like an aunt's farm.
Oh, okay.
So, and
you can see how Shadow got confused.
Yeah,
I sympathize with Shadow.
Yeah, and I think Bonnie Hunt was in it, and I hate her, so I blame her more than Shadow. Anyway,
was Bonnie Hunt the cat, or she was a human?
She was a human.
Oh, okay.
The human that lost the animals. I think Sally Field was the cat.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Going off. All this to say, I was very worried that I would never be able to watch Homeward Bound again, being my favorite movie as a child, and I was actually looking forward to watching it around this Thanksgiving. I was like, how am I ever going to watch this?
That's
I've lost
months
the cat.
away. You're looking forward to watching Homeward Bound in October?
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Love that movie.
Okay.
So that was one of the things going through my head while I'm looking for this cat. I'm walking around in Chattagee, and I'm thinking I've put way too much money into this animal to lose him in a place like Chattagee.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of cats out there.
Do you think were you thinking like maybe the cat knows where it's from and it's trying to go home?
I had a friend who had never seen Homeward Bound, going back to that, but he came by the house to pick something up and decided to look around the apartment for like 20 minutes, like on the, just outside, in case the animal decided to cross the bridge and
all the way back
get
here,
all
man.
the way back here. That would be very impressive, but I think it would take him more than a couple days.
Probably, that's true. Okay. So your cat is lost in Chattagee.
Yeah.
You get back from a camping trip and find out it's been lost for days.
Yeah.
Have they made any inroads into finding it? Have they put up signs?
Oh, there was
online post?
Some online posts, signs, called the police, called the animal...
Yeah, I don't think you call the police for when you lose your cat.
I wouldn't have thought so, but I looked on websites like animal websites and SPCA things, and it said call the police first. But I think that's more for when there's a call to pick up roadkill or something.
Oh.
I think like everything will go through them, so they'll know.
Oh, okay.
And maybe they can help you out. They're not going to go out and look for the cat.
No.
Unless they're real bored. But
yeah, even then. I can't see police driving around looking for your cat.
No.
Not that they're doing anything better.
That was the nicest you'd ever been to a cop. But he's
Immediately
cut it
took
short.
back, yeah.
No, I mean, they were almost called on us because we were walking around in the late hours of the night. I was shining flashlights in people's backyards. People were just closing their blinds on us. And I was like, do they have the cat inside? Is that why they're closing the blinds? Every time someone wouldn't answer their door, but I would see shadows moving inside, I was like, they have the cat for sure. My mind was going to dark places.
Yeah,
I was thinking, like,
clearly.
someone took him. Someone
Cat
took him
napped.
because, yeah, I thought it was this. Yeah, I don't know the people in Chattagee. Some of them were really nice. Most of them were actually really pleasant. But I seemed crazy because I'm walking around Chattagee. My girlfriend's walking around Chattagee. It's raining out. We're just all hours of the day, the same circuits over and over, just shaking a bag of cat treats, whistling and making tisking sounds. I thought it was all over. I was very depressed. I came home one day on the Monday evening, and I came home and I was like, I have to be home for a bit. I want to change because I hadn't changed since camping. And I just started putting away all the cat stuff.
Oh, really?
All the cat food, its toys, its little bed.
Oh, Matthew.
There's a calendar on the fridge that had cats on it, and it's like, that's going.
Oh,
There's
wow.
important dates in there. It's like, we'll have to remember them some other way.
Just commit them to memory.
Yeah, I just boxed everything up, put it in bags, and put it in the basement.
Then the next day you go back to Chattagee and immediately find the cat.
later that night, actually. But it was like 5 days, and it was I wasn't there for it because I was just lost on a bus. Apparently, the bus just does a circuit. I've never been on a bus that does a circuit before.
Buses do circuits?
Yeah, but I've always been on a bus that will stop at its end destination. They do a little...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Bus driver gets up, walks out, says end of the line. This one just kept going, and I just rode it.
For how long? How many? I noticed with your finger just now, you just did 2 loops, which makes me think that you took a bus ride to Shadigan and back twice.
It felt like that, but really I believe it was only one. But it's hard to tell because I was not paying attention. I was really just head down on the bus waiting for it to stop. But they found it while I was on the bus late at night.
Oh, okay. You weren't even involved. You're just going in circles on a bus while they're finding your cat. You're just waiting it out. You took a break, you packed some stuff up, took a shower, and then just rode a bus for a few hours.
Yeah.
So waiting it out.
Well, I was not feeling well. I hadn't eaten in 2 days.
Why did you not eat in 2 days? You got to take a little sandwich break if you're going to effectively look for a cat.
I know. I just didn't do it. I was a mess. I still hadn't showered in like 4 days because I was camping, and then I didn't even get a proper shower when I came home because I was packing away cat stuff. Didn't eat anything. Barely drank any water. It was a mess. But apparently, they found him. They were putting up the very last sign, and a little boy came running up. This is like 7-8 blocks away from the house, near the woods. Little boy came running up and was like, "What are you doing?" And Mallory said, "Oh, I'm looking for a cat. Are you good at finding cats?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm real good at finding cats. I have a cat of my own. His name is Gremlin." And he was like, "Oh, well, do you think you can help me find my cat?" And he said, "Yeah." And then he ran back home. And like 5 minutes later, she got a call. The little kid came running up saying that he found the cat.
That's amazing.
On a lawn across the street from him.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
This kid, did he get some kind of finder's fee?
Not yet. I mean, I was making signs with rewards. I was like, "Oh, $300. Whoever finds this cat."
$300. Kid found the cat.
Kid found the cat, but he did not find one of my flyers. So he does not. It was like a golden ticket, you know.
Yeah,
you find the ticket and the cat. You don't
I
get.
think you owe a child $300, Matthew.
I think I'm gonna give him something. I don't exactly know what.
You can buy that kid freaking an Xbox or something.
Yeah, well, he was turning down. There were rewards being offered. He was turning them all down. The family was turning them down, but I think it was more the family. I need to go to the kid in secret and give him some money.
Oh boy, Matthew. I don't think you should. I don't think you should.
Oh, probably not. Maybe
it's gonna seem very suspicious, Matthew. You secretly find a kid to give money to.
I'll just show him some pictures of Casper doing well and be like, "This is for finding our cat." There's got to be a way around the weirdness of it.
Yeah, I don't know, Matthew. Maybe mail it to him. I don't know.
I guess.
No physical contact. So Casper's back at home. Has Casper been sad that he's lost his freedom?
Very sad.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, it's I had visions of him just curling up to us and being ecstatic and just purring, just nonstop.
So happy to be home. Now he's
none of that.
Now he's despondent.
Just really tired and wants to get outside.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what he did for 4 days.
You think maybe he was just like going around Chattagay being like the cat's pajamas, so to speak? All the lady cats were falling in love with Casper?
I don't know. There are a lot of cats in Chattagay, though. A lot of loose cats. And I was just running after a bunch of them because I thought they were... I was having hallucinations. Sometimes I'd see an orange cat and I was like, maybe it's just a light. But no, I'm happy it's all settled. And thank you to Dane and Alex who filled in.
Yeah, covered for us.
Made my life easier. I don't know if they made your life that much easier.
No, that's true.
Sebastian.
Not at all. I had to edit that podcast. I ended up having to well, we usually record at a certain time for Wednesday at lunch, but because you were not available that day, I wasn't available. The next day it was all too tight. I couldn't do anything else. We had to get guest hosts. They pinch hit for us. I had to edit that episode, and oh man, do they have some foul mouths.
Yeah, well, Dane has always said that, the first time he was on the show, he wished he had swore more. Mm-hmm. I think the second time, he just didn't really pay attention to the swearing bit and just forgot to do it.
Yeah.
This time.
He came back in full force.
Yeah, I thought, because you gave him your computer, right?
Yeah.
Now, because they had some big talk about making it a very long episode.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the smart thing to do would be give them your laptop with just as much battery power as it would require.
It's basically what I did. I gave them a laptop with no power wire and 80% power. It's got to power the microphone, so I think they had time to record it and listen